So hello guys, myself Ajit Singh, faculty scientist at Helix Biogenesis Private Limited. Today I will show you how to perform milk adulteration test from the milk sample. Helix Biogenesis is a research lab. You can perform your industrial graduation or the industrial training in different life science field from here, and you can get the contact number as well as the address from the description. Now let's see how to perform the milk adulteration tests from the milk sample. So guys, here we have received a milk adulteration kit. You can see this is the milk adulteration kit of Nice, and here I am doing the unboxing of this milk adulteration kit and will perform all the tests which is present in this kit. So guys, you can see I am opening the seal of this kit. Okay guys, so you can see I have removed both the seals here, and now I am opening this kit. This kit is used to detect the adulterant which is present in milk. So now I am opening this kit. So let's see what we get from inside of this kit. This is, I think, user manual of this kit. You can see guys, this is the user manual for this kit, and some other material also provided in this kit, like some tissue paper also there. Okay, and these are the reagents which is present in this kit, and the coming video we will perform all the adulterant test with the milk. And right now I have two different milk from the different vendors. Okay, I will not disclose the name of any particular company. So guys, now let's see what's there inside this pouch. So I am opening this pouch here. Okay, so first of all we are getting this user manual, and which is very good quality. Okay, in this user manual you can see the test description is written that how we can perform these tests. Okay, and there is a funnel to pour out the milk in your test tubes. These are some filter papers. Then we get two test tubes, that is very good quality, and this is the measuring cylinder of 10 ml. Okay, this is one dropper, and there is one more item, that is the test tube brush. Okay, this material is received with this kit whenever you guys want to buy this kit. So guys, now let's start the testing. So first of all I need to remove all this material from my working table. Okay guys, so you can see I have two milk samples. Okay, that is one is with the name of L, another one is the M. Okay, and I have two test tube also to perform the test, and this is our test kit. Okay, so first of all we are going to check the detection of urea as a adulterant. Okay, for that we need to take 2 ml of milk in each of the tube. So here you can see I am taking 2 ml of milk with the help of the pipette into a dried and clean test tube. Here you can see I have taken 2 ml of milk, that is purchased from the local vendor, and now I need to take the 2 ml of milk in this test tube also. Okay, and urea adulterant is added in the milk to increase the SNF in milk sample, and it may cause the it may affect the functioning of kidney also. So we did not used to consume this type of milk. So now we need to add the reagents into these test tubes. So this is here you can see this is the reagent of urea. Okay, so I need to add few drop of this reagent into each of the bottle. First of all I need to open up this container. Okay, so now our cap is open. And now I need to add few drop of this reagent into both of these test tubes. So here you can see I am adding few drop of this reagent into this first milk sample here and mix it properly. Okay, and I'm also adding this reagent into this second milk sample. Okay, so just mix it, give 1 minute for the. So now we have added the reagent inside the test tubes, so just have a look. Okay, so these are the results, guys, and if this test is positive, your milk sample will give you the intense yellow color. So you can see that one test tube is in yellow color, that is in this sample there is urea is added in this sample. Okay, so I hope you can see it very clearly. So guys, now we are doing another test, that is the starch detection test. For that we need to take again 2 ml of milk sample into these test tubes. So 1 ml I have added. Now I am adding 1 more ml of milk. So now you can see I have added the 2 ml of milk, and then I need to again add the 2 ml of milk into another test tube. So here you can see I am adding 2 ml of milk in this test tube also. Okay, and now I need to add few drop of ST1 reagent which is present in this kit. So guys, now I need to add this ST1 reagent, and here you can see, so I need to add few drop of this reagent into both of the test tubes. So just a minute, I need to open up this seal. Actually, you know that I have just received this kit. So I am adding few drop of this reagent, that is ST1, into first milk sample. Okay, you can see the color of this milk, and now I need to add this ST1 reagent into the another tube. Okay, so now let's see. You can see the blue color is present in local milk sample. Okay, and the blue color is indicating that starch is present in this milk. Okay, but this AM milk is absolutely free from the starch because it is providing the yellow color. So now we need to do again one more test, that is neutralizers. So to perform this neutralizer test, I need to take 2 ml of milk sample into each of these test tubes. So here I am taking 2 ml of milk in my first test tube. And now I am taking the milk sample from the second test tube. Okay guys, so now I need to add the neutralization reagent, that is NT1, and I need to add few drop of this reagent into both of the test tubes. So here I am adding this few drop of this reagent into test tube 1, and here I am adding few drop of reagent into this second test tube. Okay, then mix it properly. And guys, neutralizers are added to neutralize the acidity of the old milk, and if some neutralizers are added in the milk, it may cause cancer and allergy. Okay, so now let's see the result. If the red color is visible in any of the tube, it will indicate you that the positive result for the neutralizer. But you can see here in both of our test tube there is no red color, it means both milk are free from the neutralizers. So guys, next test is detection of detergent in milk, and detergent is added in the milk to prevent it from the curdling. And if detergent is added in our milk, it may cause our it may create a kidney problems. So for this test I need to add 3 ml of milk in each of the test tube. So here you can see I am adding 3 ml of milk in each of the test tube. Then I need to add the reagent for the detection test. So here I have added 3 ml of milk sample in both the test tubes, and you can see this is the reagent for the DT, detection of the detergent, and I need to add a few drop of this reagent into these test tubes. So here you can see I am adding this reagent. Okay, and in the second test tube I need to add this reagent again. Okay, then I need to mix these test tubes. So here you can see the dark purple color will indicate the presence of detergent in our milk sample, and here you can see in both the test tubes the purple color is clearly visible. So both the milk are contaminated with a detergent. So the next test is detection of sugar, which is used to increase the solid content in milk, and it may be problematic for the diabetic patients. So for this test we need to take 2 ml of milk sample in each of the test tube. So here I am taking 2 ml of this milk sample into each of the test tube. And now I need to add these reagents, that is S1 reagent and S2 reagent, to check that whether sugar is present in this milk sample or not. So here I am adding few drop of this S1 reagent into both of these milk samples. Mix them properly, and then I need to add another reagent for this test, that is S2. Here you can see this is the S2 reagent. Okay guys, so now I need to add few drop of this reagent also in these test tubes. So first of all we need to mix these samples properly, and a red color is indicating that sugar is present or not. So here you can see in both of the test tube no red color is present. It means both samples of milk is free from the sugar. So guys, next test is detection of glucose or dextrose in milk. And glucose or dextrose is added in milk as an adulterant to increase the reading of lactometer, so that they can get a high price of milk whenever they purchase, they sell it towards the market. And it is also problematic for the diabetic patients. So here you can see I have added 2 ml of milk sample in our test tubes, and after that I need to add this G1 reagent, few drop of G1 reagent in both of the test tubes. So here you can see I am adding this G1 reagent in my first test tube. Okay, so now I need to add this G1 reagent into the another test tube. Here I have added the G1 reagent in both the test tube. Now I need to add G2 reagent. So here I am adding this G2 reagent, a few drop of this G2 reagent in both the milk samples. So here I have added in one sample. Now I am adding in sample number 2. Now I need to mix these samples. Then if light blue color is present, that is the normal milk. If dark blue color is there in our milk sample, it is going to indicate that glucose is present in milk sample. So here you can see in first test tube there is a little bit of darker blue color. So it is indicating that in our first, that is local milk, that is there is glucose is present in this milk sample. So guys, next test is to detection of the NaCl, which may present as an adulterant in our milk sample. And NaCl is added to increase the density of milk or the milk products, and it is not good for the high blood pressure patients. So to perform this test, we need to take 2 ml of milk in fresh test tubes. So here you can see I have taken 2 ml of milk sample in both the test tubes. So here I need to add this SC reagent 1, and this is the SC reagent 2. I need to add few drop of both the reagent in our milk sample. So here I am adding first of all this SC1 reagent in my first test tube here. So you can see I have added this HC1 reagent in L tube. Now I am adding this reagent again in my second tube, that is M tube. Mix it properly. Then I need to add few drop of SC2 reagent in both the test tubes. So here you can see I am adding. So here I am adding SC2 reagent in both the samples. So here I need to mix both the samples. So here you can see that yellow color is there in both the milk samples, and yellow color is indicating positive sample. It means NaCl is present in both the samples. And if there is some chocolate brown color precipitate, it is indicating that there is no NaCl in our sample. So the next test is to detection of acidity in the milk sample. So first of all, we need to take 2 ml of milk in each of the test tube. So here you can see I am taking 2 ml of milk sample in my test tube. And now I need to add few drop of A1 reagent, which is provided in this kit, and you can see this is the A1 reagent, and I need to add few drop of this A1 reagent in both of the test tubes. So now I need to mix both the test tubes. So here you can see that pinkish, light pinkish or reddish color is seen in these test tube, and this color indicates that negative result. If there is a reddish brown color, it will shows you the positive color. So next test is the detection of hydrogen peroxide in our milk sample. For that I am taking 2 ml of milk sample in each of the test tube, and hydrogen peroxide is generally added in the milk as a preservative. If it is present in milk, it may cause the gastrointestinal infection in our stomach. So here I need to add this HP1 reagent, few drop of this HP1 reagent, and then let's see what it will shows. If there is a yellow color after adding of this reagent or mixing of this reagent, that will indicates you that hydrogen peroxide is added in this milk sample as a adulterant. And but you can see here there is no yellow color in the test tubes. It means both samples are free from hydrogen peroxide adulterant. So the next test is mastitis. So we need to take 2 ml of this milk sample in our test tubes, and here you can see I am adding 2 ml of milk sample in my test tubes. And mastitis is added in milk sample to balance out the nutritional factor of milk, but it can cause the gastrointestinal problems if it is present in your milk sample. And here I need to add M1 reagent. Here this is the M1 reagent, and I need to add this reagent into both of these test tubes. So now we need to mix these samples, and if there is greenish color in our milk sample, it will provide you the positive test. And here you can see in our first test tube there is greenish color is present, and yellow color indicates the negative sample, that is no mastitis is added in this sample. So you can see our one sample is infected with this adulterant. So the next test is to detection of formaldehyde in the milk sample, and formaldehyde is used in milk sample as a preservative, but it is highly toxic and it can cause the problem related to the liver and kidney. So for this test we need to take 2 ml of milk sample in each of the test tube, and here you can see I have taken 2 ml of milk sample in each tube. And now I need to add that this FR1 reagent which is provided with this kit. So here I am adding few drop of this FR1 reagent. So here you can see I have added this first reagent in my L tube, and now I am adding this reagent into my second test tube. Then mix it properly. Then I need to add this FR2 reagent along the side of the test tube, and if there is violet color ring on the junction of the reagent, it will indicate you the positive. So here I am adding this reagent along the wall, and without mixing I am placing it here, and now I need to add this reagent into the M tube again along the wall. If there is violet color at the junction of the ring, will provide you the positive result, but there is no violet color in any of the milk sample, it is indicating that both sample are free from the addition of formaldehyde as an adulterant. Or you can see. So the next test is the detection of maltodextrin, and maltodextrin is used as an adulterant to increase the density of milk sample, but if this is present in your milk sample, it may cause diarrhea, and especially in the children it is going to cause the diarrhea. And here you can see I have taken 2 ml of milk sample in my each of the test tube, and now I need to add this MD1 reagent. Few drop of this MD reagent I need to add in both the test tubes. So here you can see I am adding this reagent into my first test tube. And now I am adding few drop of this same reagent in my another tube. Now I need to add MD2 reagent, and here you can see this is MD2 reagent, and I need to add few drop of this MD2 reagent in both the tubes. So now we need to mix these reagents, and here you can see that this is the golden yellow color, which is the negative color, and if there is brownish color in the test tube, it is going to indicate that the sample is maltodextrins. So guys, these are the all tests